Hello, hello. All right, plugging in my microphone. Hello. All right. I'm a few minutes late today, mainly because I wanted to make sure I heard as much of the news as possible. I wanted to make sure that I had the latest information to be had. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to take just a moment to refresh this page so I can see your comments. I want to be able to see everything that you have to say because it matters. It matters to me. Okay, and the lighting isn't too bad today. That's good. I'm looking at some different lights, potential lights I can get to make this easier for people to see. Let me just tilt that. Maybe I can move that over a little. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Oh, goodness. Goodness. Hello. Ah, Kathy W., our warrior queen. All hail Kathy W. All hail Kathy. She has been a fantastic moderator, and I'm so grateful. And hello, Sue Ellen. Hello. Just wonderful people. Okay. And Sue Ellen, you had mentioned, I just gave you the potential power to help out with the warrior queen. Exactly. You are the troll slayer. But anyway, here we go. All right. Patricia Ray. The first thing I was going to read on was actually, is the U.S. going to go to war with Iran? I'm not happy that I have to read on this, but sure. Was it the U.S. or was it Russia who bombed Baghdad? I'm a little confused. Thank you. I'll be assistant troll slayer. Seriously, you don't realize the power you have and how great the grateful nation you have here. All right. All right, I'm just reading through, just seeing everybody saying hello. Yes, strength, exactly. Oh, and flowers. Hello, Nora. You guys are so great. Star Puzzler. Hello, everybody with a big star. Hello, Ian Rob. Hello, everybody. You guys are great. All right, now I guess we have to, to anyone who is particularly nervous about all this, this whole, what the Orange Fuhrer is doing. Sorry, I'm trying to make it a little easier to see the cards. I'm not sure if it's helping, but try that. Okay. Is the U.S. going to go to war with Iran? And not eventually, actually this year. Hello, everyone. I'm not going to be looking at the comments while I'm reading here, just so I don't get distracted. But I do read them. I do go back and read comments, and I am listening to you. So, is the U.S. going to go to war with Iran? Is the U.S. going to go to war with Iran? Well, as long as it stays in Iran, as long as it stays in Iraq, we know that, they're sending, is it 5,000 troops? 3,000, 5,000? I've heard a couple of different things. I think I heard 5,000 this morning. But the killing of Soleimani, Trump's wag the dog. Yep. Yep. As long as he's only doing things, Trump is only doing things in Iraq, he has a lot of leeway in what he can do because there's already authorization for things in Iraq. It's going to war with Iran that's more problematic. But yeah, are we going to go to war with Iran? Actual hot war with Iran. And I heard Pompeo, just before I came on, a recording of him where he was saying that, well, when the Iranian people find out about the death of Soleimani, they're going to take it as it's a good thing for their own freedom. And it's like, you have got to be kidding me. If there's one thing that brings factions together, it's an outside threat. None of this would have been happening if Trump hadn't, if the Trump administration and Trump in particular hadn't blown up the nuclear deal that was in place that took 7 years to negotiate out. In the past, we've already sent a lot of our golden treasure and spent our gold, treasure, and blood in that part of the world. That's what that feels like. Okay, getting a weird little crawly feeling on my third eye. Yeah, this energy's not nice. And it's not so much like, I'm sorry, I'm just getting a little something to drink here. It's not even like normally war has its own feeling, but this has more of a personal, creepy, crawly feeling. Okay, center of the reading. Well, it's definitely going to look good to his base. And the religious believers who believe that there's supposed to be big wars in the Middle East in order for Armageddon and, all that stuff. Base of the reading. Enemies and allies. That's what that feels like. It's like eggshells, walking on eggshells. Above the reading. Taking military action, but defensive military action. And was this really defensive military action with Soleimani or not? Because that's going to make a big difference on whether or not our allies stand with us. Near future. Democrats saying, no, diplomacy. But this feels like Trump and the Republicans leaning in more toward their vices. Could also be a deal with the devil. Let me look at the other cards and see if I get anything more specific. Home environment. Oh, they're blowing smoke up Trump's suit about how easy a victory would be. Yeah, because that's worked so well in Afghanistan and Iraq. Just so easy, simple. Hopes and fears. Yeah, the American people, we don't want another war. We don't want another war. We don't. Okay, this is weird. Why am I getting this creepy crawly feeling on my third eye when I'm looking at this? What we see, it's all moving too quickly. there isn't even really time for diplomacy. This kind of hit out of the blue. It just happened, and it wasn't run past Congress, and it wasn't, yeah. They better come up with a really credible threat, or, yeah, this is just a stupid action that Trump took that Bush and Obama were smart enough to say, no, that's not an acceptable risk. Okay, well, the good, I guess the good news is that I'm not seeing major arcana in the final outcome. I'm seeing the importance of Trump, how do I put this? Showing his real self, let's put it that way. I could make a joke about him, showing his rear end, and that's important and it matters. But this final outcome overseas, these are not cards of war. Even though this looks like it's it is. This is a tomb. This is holding on to money. This is not spending huge amounts of money in a war. This is a very calm place. This is looking overseas, but these are not cards of the U.S. going to war. This just isn't. Let me see if I can get any qualifiers, but luckily, for what it's worth, that's what I'm getting. Do please, there is no one reader who has all of the answers. And, look at other readers. I will absolutely be looking out for Sienna's, what Sienna comes out with, or Linda G, or Kirsten, or Violetta, or, I'm gonna watch David, what I look at other readers too to see what they're coming up with. And it doesn't necessarily inform what I come up with, because as you've seen many times, what comes up is what comes up. I don't, sometimes it's things I want to happen, sometimes it's not. So, but I want to look at just a few qualifiers on this final. Yeah, but it's definitely going to look scary in the near future. But it's the U.S. qualifier. The U.S. potentially going to war with Iran. That's a dream. This is before I got on, well, I'll talk about that later, but this is how Trump sees himself. Okay? And this is his very idealized view. And this is his idealized view of what would happen. And this says very clearly that, and it feels very flimsy. It feels very, there's nothing behind it. This is just his fantasy. But this feels like reality. Okay, anything more to be had? Yeah, there's some creepy, like, astral fleas, astral little creepy crawlies all over this energy. It's gross. It doesn't feel like war energy. It feels like corruption energy. Ooh. There's worry, burden, and taking an action, beginning something, but it's not, if I'm not getting the, what? Did I get it? Did I get it already? The Knight of Swords, or I'm not getting that energy. So it's going to be worrying, but I'm not seeing us, invading Iran kind of thing. It's very mundane energy, and it's very, no, this is not going to happen. No, like Democrats being able to say, no, this is not going to happen. So that is what I am getting for that. Here's hoping and praying for peace. And praying for the Orange Fuhreur's financial records to come out sooner rather than later. All right, let me have a look here at the comments. Trump helping Putin take over the Middle East. That's a good thing to read on. Let me shuffle. I'm going to shuffle on my lap here to hopefully make less noise. And is he actively helping Putin take over parts of the Middle East on purpose? Not just being a numbskull, but actually helping hand things over to Putin at Putin's bidding. Putin. Yeah, this is where I'm now looking at this energy, and the whole creepy crawly energy feeling is dissipated, which is good, because yuck. All right, is the Orange Fuhrer being Putin's lapdog so that Putin can take over parts of the Middle East? And I'm sure he thinks, if that's the case, then Trump thinks he'd get something out of that. Is Trump actively, all roads lead to Putin, but is Trump actively trying to help Putin take over or become the dominant player in the Middle East? Oh, whew, I just felt the edges of Putin's energy, and it's like my whole body went cold. Yeah, whoa, whew. Said it a million times, I'll say it again. Two people I don't read on. Putin and Jack the Ripper. Not going there. Whew. Trump is hurting financially. That's what I'm getting from that. That's the card for the reading, okay? In the past, no one's been able to take over the Middle East. I mean, certainly Afghanistan it's been invaded heaven knows how many times, and yeah, never seems to take. Center of the reading. That's not good for the center of the reading. That's the card of theft. Base of the reading. Oh dear. That is planning death. That is planning, yeah. By the way, he really, I'm feeling that Trump really does think of Muslims as like a monolithic thing, and that they are somehow subhuman. Same way he thinks about African American people. Because, yeah, he's that jerk. That's the emperor having his own little minions that go out and do things, and that's hanging above it. This is not looking good. This is not looking good. It is a factor, is what I'm feeling from that. It is a factor because to try to make up for the fact that Trump can't lift all the sanctions against Russia and the oligarchs specifically. Home environment. Send the message. Send the message. Trump's sending the message that he's on Putin's side, that Putin should let him build the largest tower in Russia, and Trump tower this and Trump tower that, and make Trump an oligarch, and hopes and fears. Well, they're both looking for money. This is the card of the merchant. They want the oil. See, under normal circumstances, I would say this sounds like a conspiracy theory. And generally speaking, when I read on conspiracy theories, the answer is usually no. I mean, the world is much more boring and mundane than people give it credit for. So, but no, this is not good so far. This is not looking good. What other people see? Oh, again, the Chariot. So this ties back to the reading I just did about the U.S. and what Trump's doing in attacking Iranians. Final outcome. It's enough to cause worry. But it's doing something, and it's trying to, actually this feels like Trump trying to make sure Putin gets America, parts of America. Maybe it's the farmland, maybe it's the real estate, other real estate, laundering money. But this is Trump being worried. So he's trying to do something to give America, to assuage this worry. Give up America. Give up American power. Give up American stuff. Give up America. Betray America. Putin has something on him. It isn't just that Trump wants the Trump Tower and the money but good grief, with everything that's come out about the Orange Fuhrer, what on earth could anybody hold against him? The man has no shame. He does anything he wants. He gets away. He's gotten away with everything. He's never been held to account in any meaningful way. What on earth could Russia have on him? Seriously. But it feels like Russia has something on him. But also, Putin's been using a carrot and a stick. So the stick is something they have on him. The carrot is the promise of wealth. Untold riches, those kind of lies. Trump thinks he's cornered the market on lies. He is an amateur compared to Putin. Yeah, we're talking some major arcana energy here. And yeah, if Trump thinks that it's like this is Trump's journey. He won the presidency, but there's judgment that's limited time, and he does not end up wealthy and in a wonderful place. He ends up sick and poor. And certainly, how he looks at the world, even what we might consider poor, not just what he considers poor, which is, oh my gosh, I'm down to my last 100 million in ill-gotten gains. This is Trump's journey right there in 4 cards. So that's what I'm getting for that. Let me see if there's anything else to be had here about this. Putin is juggling a lot, but he's also, like, he goes back to his rooms at night or wherever he lives. I have no idea where that man lives, but it's like he does laugh. He is like laughing over drinks with the other oligarchs or whoever his confidants are. He does laugh at Trump. Trump giving... Trump's going to keep trying. He's going to keep trying to give whatever he can to Putin. And I'm trying to feel the energy on this last card. Because if it goes along with the others, then it would just be Trump does give Putin an awful lot, but it doesn't quite feel like that. It's more like it's more, because this is also the card that comes up for witnesses for me, where witnesses come in and they leave evidence or their testimony and then they go, and then another person comes in and leaves evidence and goes. That's what this feels like. This is more comes out about Trump's betrayal of the country. And I know these words I'm saying are very inflammatory. It's what I'm feeling here. So, and I don't like being inflammatory for the sake of being inflammatory. I'm uncomfortable with that. So, let's check in with other readers and see what they have to say, but that's what I'm getting. He really is a scoundrel. And national loyalty means nothing to him. Or rather, national loyalty to him means Caucasian men making lots and lots of money in any way they want to. That's what America means to him. And therefore, if he's betraying the country, he's not really betraying the country, because it still means extremely rich Caucasian men making more and more money. Okay, let me check your comments and get out of this nasty energy. Yeah, I agree. It's not just the embarrassment of a potential incriminating hotel room tape. Okay, is Trump doing all of this to distract from impeachment? Let me ask that. Is Trump trying to do all of this to distract from impeachment? I do need to shuffle, so I'm shuffling on my lap again. It's quieter than doing it on the desk, even though I know it still makes noise. Sorry about that. Is Trump doing all of this to distract from impeachment? Is Trump doing all of this? I believe that we live in a sea of energy, and it's not just in like known physics, it's also spiritual energy, psychic, spiritual, whatever, spiritual energy, however you want to look at it. And the reason that Christmas Day is my favorite day of the year is because the collective energy is so positive and it's calm, it's lovely. But there are times when, it varies, and right now it's turbulent. The word turgid is coming to mind. The energy is, it feels like the collective energy in the country and probably big chunks of the world, very unsettled, very muddy and unhappy, and a little bit afraid. But is Trump, the Soleimani thing and whatever other garbage he's trying to pull, is he doing this to distract from impeachment? Why do I get the feeling that my guides are kind of chuckling, kind of like, you have to ask? But let me see what, oh, 2 cards there. Let me see what I get here. That feels like it should be that card. there's also a matter of the thought that war helps the economy, which is not true. But Trump's idea that Trump believes that war helps the economy. And the economy is pretty much the main thing that's been keeping Trump afloat. Okay, in the past, the emperor, was going to emperor. He was going to be, Trump. That's just, he had all the power. He saw himself as an emperor. He had both houses of Congress were controlled by Republicans. The center of the reading, Giuliani. For some reason, this is the card that keeps coming up for Giuliani. And Giuliani is getting him into so much trouble. Oh, is the stock market a mess today? Oh, goodness. Glad to hear you're feeling better, Larry Girl. Oh, I hope you, I didn't see the comment, but I really do hope that you're feeling better if you were ill. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, base of the reading. Facing, this feels like a gold star on this. It's almost like this is an emphasis of this. So the base of the reading is justice, and this is like it feels like that. So that's the base of the reading, which would be a ding. Yes, but let's see what's above the reading. It was a matter of time until Trump's corruption. Trump was held accountable for his corruption. That's very, very, very strong. And those are, I've turned over, 6 cards here? And 5 of them are major arcana. That's big. That's the bigger forces, the more fated forces, the bigger currents, bigger energy currents. In your future, Trump sending soldiers overseas to show American strength, really to try to show his own. Yeah. Where's Charlie Chaplin with his inflated globe? We can send to Trump. Home environment. Yeah, this is McConnell in the Senate, how he's going to set up the impeachment trial in the Senate. Hopes and fears. Well, yeah, it's the tower. Fearing that we could get ourselves into a major war. Trump, but it's Trump fearing also that his tower is going to come down. He's really terrified of his finances coming out. I'm just feeling absolute terror at the thought of his finances coming out. He's in so much trouble. But then he's like calming himself, saying, no, I've gotten away with it before. I'll get away with it again. What other people see. We are nearing, oh, that's a lovely thought. I'm getting a strong feeling we are near the end of Trump's presidency. Trump, that he's out this year. He's out in 2020. This 2020 is his last year in office. And I don't know if it means he's going to be here all year. Hopefully not. But that's what I got very clearly. So I'm going to take it. I'm just going to go, okay, sounds good to me. Moving on. Not going to look that gift horse in the mouth. All right. Final outcome. Trump's lies. I got 4 cards for the final outcome. I don't know why. Trump's lies. The potential of impeachment, the sequels. The impeachment articles that have already gone through. And this chariot, it feels like a parade. A big military parade, kind of, not literally, but a military parade to show Trump's strength. So is he doing this to distract from impeachment? Probably. He usually does things to distract from negative stories and things like that. But is it also, is it also just him lashing out where, it's go, I'm assuming Soleimani is Muslim. Let's go, in Trump's very twisted view of the world, let's go kill a foreign Muslim. That's sick. That's sick. They're not monolithic. It's like saying, seriously, it's like saying that, looking at the Ku Klux Klan members and saying, oh, well, they're Christian, therefore all Christians are like that. No. No. It's not how that works. Lashing out. It's not going to work. This feels like what he's doing coming to light, or being viewed. It isn't even coming to light. It's just people being able to see what he's really doing. Because the money that he was holding back from Ukraine and trying to, definitely distract and humiliate or hurt Iran to make himself look better, but it's all in plain view. This, again, it's kind of like the star card over there. It's all in plain view. So that's what I'm getting for that. Ugh. Can he leave now? I'll send him money for a bus. He wants to be a resident of Florida? Sure. I'll give him money for a bus back to Florida. I'll pack him a little lunch, for the trip. I make very nice peanut butter cookies, And I would, if it would get him out of the White House, I would. Make him a nice little sandwich. Give him some peanut butter cookies. A little can of soda. Wish him a good trip. Put him on the bus. Back to Florida. Bye-bye. Okay. All right. We don't want him. Can you read on the Trump-Putin phone call from last week? Oh my gosh. Was there really? I live in West Palm Beach. We don't want him. I understand. Military families right now in small towns across America just started paying very close attention. Yes. Autumn, Larry Girl will help moderate. Oh, bless. Thank you. I want him in prison. Yes. John, I'm with you. Trump McConnell bar. Axis of evil. Will any of them peel away from the others for political survival? Not anytime soon. Right now, their energy, they feel as thick as thieves. Because they are. Huh. Trying to find last time. Larry Girl. Oh, here we go. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for volunteering to moderate. That is wonderful. I really appreciate it. So it's all set up. Sorry, no, he was my first troll kill. We raise our goblets. We raise our goblets. Thank you, Sue Ellen. Thank you. Our troll killers. You're our heroes. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much, guys. You may be taking your job a little too seriously. No, she's not. She's our hero. Our moderators are our heroes. Okie dokie. Troll Slayers unite. All right then. So, still time. You can probably see this here. I've put this together. This is an old picture frame I had, but I didn't really know what to put in the picture, so I bought a clock, a little clock to put in it. So now I've got this sparkly, cute little sparkly clock on my desk. If you can see that? Quite pleased with it. Kind of kludged the back of it together, but you know, the wonders of double-sided tape, and yeah, it's not immensely well put together. Best I could do, but I got my little clock there now. And so I've been able to use this rather than just have it sit in a box somewhere, because I don't know, there isn't any photo I want to put in there right now. And why am I telling you all this? Yeah, just keeping an eye on the time, but you guys don't know a whole lot. I don't think you guys know a whole lot about me, so wherever I can throw in a little something. Oh, these two cars just went flying. Yeah, we saw those earlier. Okay, so I'm looking back at the comments. I watched your January 12th conjunction video. Autumn fantastique. Ah, merci beaucoup. What does Trump's base think of the drone strike? Oh, thank you. Nice job on the clock. Thank you. All right. What does Trump's base? We'll do some lightning rounds here. What does Trump's base think of the strike? Oh, he deserved it. He deserved it. And there should be a whole kill list. Yeah. Quelle surprise. Will the U.S., I just saw a question, will the U.S. military take out Trump? Remove Trump. Will the U.S. military remove Trump? Will the U.S. military, oh, I'm getting two there. What I'm feeling is no. Chain of command. Very strong. They don't like him. I almost don't even care what the cards are. The energy is so strong. No, there's chain of command. It's there no matter what. No, 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 no. There are ways they can slow walk things. There are unofficial things in the system that can help a little, but ultimately the sheer amount of destructive power that our military has, and the military leaders know that we have, and the whole point of, you know, the thing about soldiers is being able to rile them up. They take away a lot of their individuality, make them a unit, make them dependent on each other, and then put them in dangerous situations. And they work together as a team in very dangerous situations. And to rile up that kind of anger and fear and give them weapons and do all of this, there have to be really strong, there has to be strong control in there, or it could get out of hand very, very fast. So the military, they don't like Trump. A lot of them were right-wing, and they didn't like Obama, but they're like, oh my gosh, Obama was perfect compared to what we're dealing with here. Yeah, the military isn't really behind the traitor-in-chief. Agreed. Trump is thinking of pardoning another war criminal. Who was the reader that said Trump was creating his own assassination? Okay, another lightning strike read. Lightning read here. Is Trump, or has Trump tried to create his own assassination team? These three cards are what jumped out. He wants to. He wants to. But the people around him were like, oh, you mean like, they kept turning it toward, oh, you mean like the Delta Force or the Navy SEALs? Oh, well, no, I was thinking more, oh, you mean this? So they kept, like, people around him kept diverting it back to official things. But yeah, he's wanted to. Of course he does. He's a dictator. But that's what I'm getting. Will there be legal ramifications for not notifying Congress? Will there be legal ramifications for not notifying Congress? If they are, they're just one. It would just be one of many, but the Republicans are going to protect him. Yeah, not notifying Congress only matters if the Republicans aren't protecting him, which they are. And so the Democrats, the Democrats have been abused in all of this, but the Republicans stand by him, and there are already articles of impeachment and the possibility of impeachment sequels. So it would just be one more thing. But it kind of adds to the pile, not something in and of itself, is what it feels like. Okay, still have some time here. We have the little sparkly clock. Put it there, maybe you can see it better. See the shiny. Oh, no, glare. Glare's bad. Maybe like that. Okay. I'm reading comments. See if I can do one more full reading here. I always block all of Trump's followers, okay? Another Vietnam undeclared war. Will our allies support Trump's action? Doubt it, but I could look. Distraction. Will Nancy give Trump a smackdown? I think she's doing a better job just driving him crazy at this point, which is fun to watch, I'll admit. Distraction from impeachment, no respect for the branches of government, yes. Will Mitch be forced to hold a legitimate trial? All right, let's look at that. Will Mitch McConnell be forced to hold a legitimate trial overseen by the Supreme Court Justice with surprisingly beige energy? Roberts, will Mitch be forced to hold a legitimate impeachment trial? Will McConnell, Mitch McConnell, Moscow Mitch, will he be forced to hold? He's in trouble. He doesn't know he's in trouble, but he's in trouble. With his own constituents. That's what that feels like. Yeah, just go along with Trump's delusions. That's what that feels like, but will Trump be forced? Well, there are policies in place right now. What's supposed to happen? That's in the past. That's what was there. Because the other thing McConnell's saying, the Republicans are trying to say, well, we want to hold it just like Clinton, where there weren't witnesses and there weren't. It's like, well, yes, but they had the president's deposition on film. So let's get Trump's deposition on film. No, they don't want to do that. But will they be forced? What goes around comes around. Yeah, they're going to try to use what's been done before, but kind of cherry picking what's been done before. Base of the reading. Well, yeah, the Republicans wanting to hold on to their power as long as possible means not passing judgment. So it's the Democrats who want to pass judgment. It's Republicans who want it to all go away. Above the reading, is there going to be accountability? That would be the SmackDown card. But that's just above the reading. We don't know yet. Okay, near future. Well, that's McConnell and the Republicans starting the trial in the Senate from their own position of strength. That's what that feels like. Yikes. Home environment. More investigations, investigators. Something about investigators. Well, Trump's still being investigated. We know that. Hopes and fears. Republicans fearing they're going to be out in the cold if they don't do this legitimately. That's what that feels like. Home environment. Sorry, what other people see. Yeah, what the Democrats are calling for is not unreasonable. Wanting witnesses and documents is not unreasonable. Now, whether they're going to get it or not, let's look at the final outcome and see what comes up. Will Mitch McConnell be forced to hold a legitimate trial in the Senate? No. That's what that feels like. He's under attack, but they start it with the Republicans in a position of power, and he's under a lot of attack for that, but the Republicans have power in the Senate, and it's heartbreaking for the rest of us, and this feels like the Democrats up in arms about the state of the trial. I wish I had better news about this, and it's consistent. I'm getting consistent cards on this. I want it to be fair. I want there to be witnesses. I want there to be documents. I want this to be handled in a straightforward manner that can go forward into our future as a country, that the same standards can be set and are meant to be met in any future impeachment trials. But this is, we're talking about McConnell. He's the man who stopped a sitting president from appointing a new Supreme Court justice, even though the president had every right to do that. Information from witnesses is going to come out one way or the other. It's going to get out. It just may not happen in that trial. Yeah, this is disappointed. The Republicans think they're in a position of power. The Democrats are disappointed with the state of things. But this tower, something hits Trump. Not literally, but like his financial records come out, or some information comes. I still think it's his financial records. Tell us more about this tower. Whoa, cards falling out. This one just flew out. End of whatever it is, end of his presidency. End. Culmination, finished, and you're done. That's what that feels like. What are these other cards? Short of truth. Somebody who has the goods. It's done. So, yeah, that's what this tower, that's Trump. So, That's what and it's consistent with what I've been getting and what I've seen other readers getting. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But that is what I am getting. Maybe the Deutsche Bank loans, exactly. Exactly. Okay. I am starting to get tired. But is there anything really pressing? Like, is there something, is there something that I could throw 3 cards on for you so that you would sleep better tonight? Because really, that's what I want to do. I want to help give you some peace and just some energy, some knowledge that, you know, you're not alone. I don't want to watch it anymore. This is really putting me on edge. Oh my goodness. What I'm doing is putting you on edge? Oh, I'm so sorry if that's the case. Oh, the news is putting you on end. Okay. Oh, well, I just want to help. Okay, that's a nice thing. All right. Let me throw 3 cards on the potential demise of the NRA. That's, oh, it reminds me of way a million years ago. There was a show, if you guys ever watch Mystery Science Theater 3000, one of the earliest episodes was one where it was Joel was still up there. It wasn't Mike, it was Joel, and he and the mad scientist at the beginning of the episodes would exchange their inventions of the week. And one of the best ones was the mad scientist, who they had created a Ouija board, but it was all wooden. Sorry, I got distracted. It was a wooden board, so they decided that the planchette that you'd move around, they would use a jigsaw and move it around to the different letters. And as they set it all up and they were calling on the forces to give them information, they were saying, "Oh, Ethan Allen, speak to us." Because it was all wood and woodworking. Anyway, I don't know why I thought of that, but I thought it was funny. NRA. 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 Oh, yuck. Yick. Yick. Man, I've never read on the Mary Winchester house or whatever that thing was called. Mary Winchester. I think that's a character from Supernatural. Do you know what I mean? The big house where the widow kept building onto it. Mary Winchester. That is a Supernatural character. I've never read on that, but that you get the sense that there's probably some creepy energy, and that's kind of what this feels like. NRA has done so much damage. They started out with a decent mission, which was just about gun safety. There was a time way back when it really was about, you know, gun safety, and they still have a lot of power. They're imploding, but they still have a lot of power, and it's almost going to become like a small bastion. That's what that feels like. A small safe place for far right Trumpers. But right now it's a mess. It's a mess. And it will become this bastion, but even though these are major arcana, it feels like this was meant to be part of the story, and all this becomes smaller. It's like this is like down here. But it's there. But this is what we see now. So that's what I'm getting on the NRA. And that is a happier thought to leave it on. But I will be back tomorrow. Today, I believe, is day 10 of the 12 days of impeachments. I will be back tomorrow at noon, Central Standard Time. Same, well, it is the black and orange is based on Halloween colors, which is my favorite holiday. So when I say same bat time, same bat channel, yeah. Okay. Thank you, and yes, thank you to the moderators. Thank you, guys. Thank you, the brave knights of our moderators. All right, and so I hope you guys have a great day, and be kind to yourself. I have a feeling, based on your comments and just how wonderful you've been, that you're usually kind to other people, but be kind to yourself too. Because you deserve it, and you know, let's try not to let the panic get to us or anything like that. So yes, blessings to all. Absolutely. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow, and we'll get through this. It will be okay. All right, hang in there, guys. Thank you. Okay, bye bye.